My name is Japheth Baraza. I work at Isuzu East Africa Limited, a motor vehicle assembly, sales and service company.
My name is Perpetual Kamau. I'm a graduate in training at Isuzu East Africa. I am in the product planning department and supplier quality engineering section.
My name is Benson Dugire. I work for Isuzu East Africa. Isuzu East Africa is the largest vehicle assembler in Kenya and East Africa region. And in Isuzu East Africa, I work in the product engineering, planning, and bodybuilding division. And in particular, my role is under product engineering, which is supplier development. So I came to Visca Industrial Training to participate in basic hydraulics training as well as mobile hydraulics training. And the reason for this is we have hydraulic systems in the vehicles, and these hydraulic systems need some special applications for our customers. So we wanted to have a good understanding of hydraulic system design, as well as any parts which go with the hydraulic system, like the hoses, fittings, and directional control valves.
I got an opportunity sponsored by the company to come and participate in hydraulic training with key features being part of troubleshooting, understanding and maintaining hydraulic system within the vehicle. These are key applications. I interact with them in the vehicles. So the opportunity is an eye-opener, especially to me, in terms of understanding based on my role to be able to support the rest of the team members in both hydraulics systems that we interact with in the vehicles.
I came here for hydraulic training. It was set up by my company, Isuzu East Africa. It was set up for the engineering team so that they can come and study and increase their working knowledge on hydraulics, because most of our vehicles have those hydraulic systems.
My key expectations as a product engineer, number one, based on my role as a product engineer with tests and validations, all the vehicle hydraulic systems developed on the vehicle, both locally or by the OEM, both of them have to go through testing so that the customer can be able to get 100% satisfaction. And one of my key roles is to make sure that I certify through all the tests and feedbacks that we do with the customers. So getting a notch higher in terms of training to understand this is a key milestone to the customer in terms of getting a very quality product, because the training has polished me both in understanding circuits and then practical bits that we have captured in this particular training, can be able to perform that particular duties and support the company. Thank you.
My expectations have been met. Actually, they've been exceeded. The training has been relevant to my expectations, relevant to our areas of operation, whether it is hydraulic circuit design, the lecturer and Visca industrial capacity, after preliminary discussions with us, were able to tailor the training to suit our applications. So the training has been very relevant. The training also has been very practical. We've been taken through theory, and this theory, we've been able to do practical exercises, and in some instances, even without close supervision of the trainer, so that we're able to troubleshoot these systems, we're able to design and iterate this design in the assembly rig where we've been doing the practical exercises.
My expectations were met. I actually was able to do so many designing, and I was able to personally be able to connect all the hoses and the circuit, and I was able to simulate them also in my machine. So yes, my expectations were met.
So one thing that stood out, and I think I'll go over several, is one, the trainer. If you allow him, I'll mention his name, Joseph. Joseph has very good knowledge on hydraulics, Joseph has been able to give us a proper syllabus which covers all the content that was required. He's able to also relate the hydraulic theory bit of it and how it would be relevant to Isuzu East Africa. And in this, we focus on mobile hydraulics. He's also very entertaining, very funny and hilarious during the classes, and he's been very engaging, making the sessions very interactive. And he ensures that everybody has understood. He talks to all the students one after the other so that we ensure that we move along as a group. And then secondly, the way the course has been set up, you're able to apply the theory knowledge immediately. You don't need to go to either online or go to Googling other videos. Just from the course content, just from the lesson, immediately you go to the practice rig. You're able to set up these systems. So we're able to actually design some basic hydraulic systems which we apply in mobile hydraulics. For instance, the tipper, which has a cylinder, we're able to do that here and control it both using hydraulics as well as electro-hydraulics.
I would say 100% my expectations were met and above board. The major areas that I never thought that could be captured, especially in the hoses, the pipings, the fittings, both understandings of hydraulics and all the systems, the valves, and nitty-gritties in terms of circuit diagrams, I've been able to capture them 100%. So I believe this training is key in terms of discharging the responsibility, adding value to both job performance, and then being a key milestone in terms of customer getting the right product at the right time.
One thing I would tell anybody who wants to learn and understand in depth hydraulic systems, or even in our instance as an automotive manufacturer, mobile hydraulics, is that the hydraulic systems in this part of the world, we don't have very good expertise in terms of training. So you can't get this thing online. If you Google, you'll just get sketchy exercises or overall or general overview of these systems. But if you come to Visca, you'll be able, as an individual, start from basic principles, understand hydraulics, be given the capability to design. It was just a 5-day training, but already I can design a hydraulic circuit. Not only design, ensure that it operates, and after operating it, you ensure that this hydraulic system you've designed, you're able to maintain. So this knowledge, especially the practical bit of it, you can't find it online. And as just I was saying before, in this part of the world, you don't have a very good expertise on hydraulics, especially in terms of applications. Most of the equipment we use have been imported. Nothing has been designed locally. And you can only understand some of these things from people who have done it from scratch. So if you go online or if you use material from campus, for example, I'm a mechanical engineer. We covered this under fluid mechanics, but that just gives you the basic and it is very general. But for these hydraulic systems, you're able to understand whether it is automotive application, whether it is industrial application, or different applications of this system because they are varied. And it has been an enriching course. And of course, the other thing to add is just to encourage not only individuals, but also corporates to do a bit of capacity building for their maintenance teams, for their design teams, so that we're able to have these solutions being done locally. We don't need to, fly somebody in to do maintenance or import some of these parts. We can be able to design these parts and build the local capacity in Kenya and also contribute to, industrialization of Kenya as a country and even have this impact across the region.
The options of online training are available. Previously, we have also engaged them. But gauging from the online trainings and what I've practically captured here, there is a big difference to somebody who will be quite willing to come over to VISCA, Industrial Capacity Limited, for training. The reason being, number one, it is an interactive sessions. The teachers are quite knowledgeable. The material is quite handy and up to date. And then whatever is taught 100% captures what is in the real field. And the most critical feature is that during the session, the teacher captures what are some of the key challenges and applications that you experience in the field based on the field that we have, if it is automotive, so that we get to practically interact with them. I'll also say this is the first time I'm understanding that circuit diagrams can also be captured through pipings and all those hydraulics training. So based on the basics I captured in the school and what I have learned here, these are key issues that I can be able to recommend anybody and to tell him above what you can be able to capture online, an interactive session through where you can be able to ask questions based on what you do is a good milestone to be able to help you become a polished engineer, especially for somebody who is venturing into hydraulics field.
All the graduates out there, they really need this training because you don't cover everything in class. You only cover like 10%. And for you to be an excellent engineer, you need to increase your working knowledge. And your working knowledge is not theory only. It should be the practical part and the designing part of it. So if you are out there in any production or manufacturing company, you need this. You need this training because most of our machines, most of our equipment have this system. If not hydraulic, it has pneumatic system. So this is well-deserved course.
My parting shot is hydraulics training, and VISCA doesn't do only hydraulics training, but any technical training which is being done by VISCAs, from what I've seen on the hydraulics training, they have very in-depth content which is able to cover any topic quite well. And this comes from all the way from end to end, from the design bit of it, how you design a system, operationalize the system, as well as maintain the system. And the best thing about this training has been the trainer himself is well knowledgeable. His pace is following the understanding of the students and the practical element of it. If you use your 5 senses, which are used to just monitor how you understand things, if you see something, you might not remember everything. If you hear something, you might not remember anything. But if you use all your 5 senses, you touch, you feel, and do them practically, you're able now to exercise the knowledge that you have, and you're able to have a practical knowledge that you're able to implement in any activity that you want to do, whether it's hydraulics training, whether it's PLC training, whether it is pneumatics training, and they start this all the way from basic to advanced levels.
For all engineers out there, young ladies, young men, this is a training that we all need. Being an engineer, it's not all about going to school and looking for work at a company. It's good also to keep boosting your knowledge. There are so many training out there, and VISCA is a good company to give you that. So I thank Isuzu for this. It's well deserved for me as I begin my career. And VISCA, thank you for the training. It's well deserved, and I'm really grateful for it. Thank you.
My parting shot as a product engineer at Isuzu East Africa, I can be able to, number one, appreciate the company for the effort they are putting in place to make sure that as an engineer, both from school, you get extra trainings and extra information outside that can be able to help you grow, both at the company. Remember, this is a feedback both to companies so that they can be able to help get good products, sell through the market, and as a reward, both because it's a payment bit, can be able to give me a notch higher in terms of meeting my own personal needs. Number two, the training and trainers, from what we heard from Visca company. Initially, I thought it's something that we can be able to capture it, beforehand on the board. But after the interaction, I can be able to attest and say 100%, this is something that people can be able to adopt. And most of the corporates and companies, especially those who are venturing into hydraulics and pneumatics, this is something quite good that can be able to help people around. So I appreciate both of the team members, the company, and everybody who has participated in this to make sure that it is a success. Thank you very much.
Visca Industrial Capacity Limited, enhancing performance and productivity.